Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, wherever you are on this beautiful planet of ours, covered in smog and dying of environmental damage, but hey, we're okay. How is everybody? Good? That's good. Oh boy, what a week. It's been a good week. Anyway, before I start with anything, let me just bring in Gary, who's sitting down there in the green room, waiting to pop in. And here we go. G'day, mate. How are you? How are you? You hear me okay?
Morning, Pete. How's things?
Hey, good,
Not
good, mate.
too bad. Been a bit warm for the last few days here.
Bit warm, is it? Okay, yeah, I know what that's like.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
We had, I think it was about 20, 28, 29 earlier in the week.
Oh, wow. That is warm. Gosh. I was just going to put my temperatures up on the thing, and
Yeah.
this I just updated this morning. 30 degrees in Chicago and cloudy. Unfortunately, Sydney's raining in the middle of winter, and it's only 14 degrees. That's pretty cool. And London's 22 and cloudy. I spelt that wrong. I put an R on there at the end. I don't know how I did that. I've got a few spelling mistakes in here. I've put two I's in rain. Over here, 33 is going to be the top today, and there's a few storms around, but they don't last long, just mostly threatening. But yeah. Oh, that's good. So, what have you been up to? I'm just gonna adjust my spelling mistakes on here and fix that problem. There we go. And get rid of the two I's in rain, and we're good. That's better. Easy fixed. All right. Let me go through and see. Oh, look, we've got Jim down there. We better bring Jim in and say good day to him. G'day,
hey,
mate.
everyone. How are you doing? Hey, Peter. Hey, Gary.
Hey, mate. Good to see you.
Well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm really good. I'm quite chirper for this time of the morning. Is that the word for it? Chirping? Chipper? I don't know.
I think that's it. Yeah, chipper. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's 4 o'clock in the morning over there. So
That's
yeah,
right.
you got to be up and around for that. But I was up at 4 o'clock this morning myself. Here in Chicago, there was a live chat from the UK. Phil Flory had a live chat going from 4 a.m., 6 a.m. my time, 10 to noon his time. So
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's good. But Phil Flory, is he the one that only has it's members only chat or something like that?
Yeah, most of the time, but occasionally
Yeah.
he'll open up it to both members and YouTube.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so
good.
then you can join in whether you're a member or not. You can come in via the YouTube feed, but most of the time it is for the members. Yeah.
Yeah. I can never understand why people do that. It sort of put me off watching because it's great to get in there and watch and listen to what they're all talking about, but sometimes you want to have a comment or want to, have a bit of say in there, and all you can do is watch the comments and you can't interact at all, and it just, I just couldn't get into that. So anyway.
Well, they what he does on there is he and his partners they like, for instance, for today, they had a build going on, and each one of them was doing their own separate project. And they would read the comments. I was there just watching because Phil right now is working on a very interesting model. And the guy's a hell of a model builder. He really is. And he's putting it together. And I just like seeing the way he works. He's a great modeler, and he does great reviews and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I kind of know how you feel, but he's got to be loyal to his members. Some of those people have been with him from the start.
Yeah, that's right. He has been around a while.
Yeah. So how are you? How are things in Thailand?
Pretty much same. I've done a few different things today. Not today. This week I've managed to visit the beach they've got here, which is not really a real beach. It's just built on the edge of a big reservoir, and they've got sand and like bean bags you can sit in and deck chairs, and it's quite nice. It's only about 30-minute ride north of here, so it's not too far.
Okay.
Of course, we're here up in the north in the mountains, so and the jungles, so there's no coastline up here. So it was good to find a nice sandy spot to chill out for a while. You know, there's a nice cafe there and restaurant. So
sounds good. Yes. And
other
Gary,
than that-
how are you? How are things in the UK?
He's got some audio problems, possibly. Yeah, we can't hear you, Gary. Oh, you can't hear us.
I don't think Gary could hear us.
No, I don't think you can hear us.
Yeah. See if I could text him. I mean, send him a message on here.
Okay.
And there you now.
We got Andrew.
Oh, okay. There you go. Hey, Gary.
Your camera's frozen though. Then bring in Andrew. Hey, buddy, how are you, mate?
Hey, everyone. How's it going?
Good day.
Hey, how you going?
There we are.
Very
Hello,
good.
David
Very
Barber. Hello, John Alec. Who else we got in the chat?
Yeah, we got a few in chat.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, you are
Daniel's there.
You are becoming quite the host, Peter. You're drawing quite a crowd.
Considering I really have nothing planned or organized beforehand, I really should sort of focus a bit more and plan things.
Yeah,
but anyway,
you know what? I myself, I kind of like the way your show works. You just get online and you start talking, and it kind of builds from there. So
that's it. That's it. Occasionally grab a few other people in here to.
Yeah, well, I forgot to say thank you very much for extending the invitation to all of us. I mean, I don't want to take up too much time. Hopefully, there'll be someone else who wants to come in, and we don't want to have just the same face showing up every week. Like to have someone else take a whack at it too.
Well, that's right. That's right. You know, we should get James there from To Boldly Go. He's been on here before. Who knows?
Oh, look at this! I got a fan club going here. Jet Scale Models. Jim Aldergott is the coolest person on the planet. Well, thank you very much, sir. You could be my publicity agent.
Wow, look at that! Yeah, gosh.
How are you, Andrew? How are things down in Australia?
Yeah, good, mate. A bit cold in Cairns at the moment. It's about 12 degrees, raining.
What do you got the fan on for?
Your winter, we're summer up here. It always takes a second to register. Peter, where you're at, you're north of the equator, right?
Hey, what's that?
we're the far north. It usually doesn't get this cold.
No, you can turn that fan off.
No, I can't operate without the fan going.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
we've had quite a summer day here.
See, I've got the Jeff Donahue look going, mate.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I thought, geez, you're looking like, what's his name from Sesame Street? Gonzo. No, is that it?
Gonzo, good on you.
Gonzo was the bird, wasn't he?
No, Oscar. Is it Oscar then? I don't know.
Oscar's the grouch. So he's the one that lives in the garbage can. Yeah. I don't think he's a grouch. I think he's a nice guy.
No, I'm one of those grouchy old fellas in the balcony.
Yeah, that's it. Yes. Yeah. The two wise guys who are always who are always making jokes at people on stage. They're always dogging Fozzie Bear.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. GB Models is here. He was in on Phil's chat earlier today. Hey, GB.
I see Hibbo's there. G'day, mate. He's showed up.
Where is he? I didn't see his name.
Yeah, he popped up there. There he is, saying his usual compliment, gross.
Hey, Hibbo.
We got Daniel was in earlier. He's up the top there, one of the first to say hello. Hobby Time's up there.
Is he in Australia too?
Where are we? Daniel from Gremlins Model May. Oh, no, that's Gary. What am I saying? Who's
Daniel Britton? Is that who we're talking about?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Captain Charlemagne Models is there saying hello.
Okay. Hello, Captain.
And John Alex is there. Hey, buddy. Good to see you there, mate.
Yeah.
Good. I watched a bit of Moss's live stream the other morning. A bit hard for me. It starts at like 2 in the morning. I don't know why I woke up, but I listened to that. It was interesting. He's very, very popular. Me and Moss had a chat the other day. He contacted me. We had a bit of a chat, which was really good because I haven't been able to see him on his live streams at all. So,
John Marley's in. Hey, John, how are you? Good to see you, mate.
There he is. There he is.
Scalemodling Twins is his channel.
Yes. Dominic's there. Hello, Dominic. Hey, welcome, buddy. Quite a few people. That's good. David's there. Mark Wilkie. Hello, buddy. Welcome. Welcome there. From Scotland. All right. How's the weather in Scotland? I guess if it's cool in London, it's probably raining and cloudy in Scotland too. I like Scotland.
I guess so. Yeah. We had brutal weather today. Man, I'll tell you what. It probably is nothing for you, Peter, but the humidity level here was absolutely brutal today. It was it was so moist. How moist was it? It was so moist that last night's light rain never dried off the roads.
Yeah,
it was that humid and muggy.
That's what it's like out here at the moment. In fact, I'm sitting here not even moving in a t-shirt and shorts, and I'm starting to sweat from the humidity.
Might want to turn the AC on.
Well, yeah, I could, but I'm doing a test on my electricity bill for this month.
Oh, okay.
No AC whatsoever. I'm seeing what difference it makes on the electricity bill because I think it actually doubled because of the aircon the other month.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean,
pretty cheap though.
It's still cheap anyway. But then again, you got to live with the cost of things here. So even though it's cheap in Australian standards, it's not cheap by Thai standards. So and I'm trying to live at that Thai level.
Yeah.
I just got slugged with it. I just got slugged with an $1,100 electricity account for my quarter.
1,100, eh? Wow.
Man.
That's so. Let me figure that one out. That would be 1,100 Australian dollars in Thai baht.
Usually it's only $280.
Yeah. Wow. That.
It seems strange. It seems strange. Whenever the government gives us an electricity rebate, your bill goes up that quarter.
Yeah, that's more than what I would pay. That one bill is more than I would pay double here in a year. So that's twice as much as I would pay for my electricity here in a whole year. I just did that calculation.
Yeah, I've had to be a little bit. I think my meter might be playing up, so I'm going to get them to come and check my meter.
Yeah, that's right. It's like the water. You might be having an electricity leak somewhere.
It's just absolute crap. Because, like I said, I only normally with my veterans rebate and the government rebate, I only usually pay about $280 a quarter.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that is a big jump from $280.
So it tripled. Yeah, so it tripled.
Right.
Yeah,
or more.
Yeah.
Oh, that's with your rebates included, is it? Gosh.
Yeah. Won't be like that too often.
No, it wouldn't. No, that's really going to hurt.
Well, we went to the local member of parliament because there's a lot of other people. We got flooded out at Christmas time, and there's people got a $900 bill and they're not even living in their house because it got flooded out.
Yeah?
Yeah, so something's going on. So we went to the local member of parliament asking for an investigation into the electricity company.
Yeah, that would be worth it. It's more often than not, that's where the trouble lies, is the prorating bills or whatever. But there's usually something that comes up that upon further investigation, but it requires what you're doing, push people along to start looking under the covers and in the corners and find out why this stuff is the way it is. That's ridiculous.
There's something fishy going on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey there, mate. How are you? There's our
Captain Charlemagne.
Charlemagne's there.
All right. Well,
Yes.
hello to you, sir. How's things in Florida?
All right.
We got to stop cleaning because that's what we were doing originally. I was getting ready to get off, and then I got to go ahead and go off and do what I want to do. So I
Well,
decided
glad
to
you're
jump.
here.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I was seeing it's 12 degrees in Scotland right now.
Dang.
Well,
Celsius.
yeah, that's right.
Celsius. Yeah.
It's humid as
Yeah.
Naples, Florida.
Yeah, we had. I was just telling Peter we had a brutal day up here in the Midwest. The humidity felt like a wet blanket on top of you. Heat wasn't too bad, the temperature, but the humidity was just like whoa. And then tomorrow it's supposed to be like around 70 and bone dry.
So here the case is like outside at the moment. It looks like it's getting ready to rain. It'll cool down slightly, and then as soon as it cools down just a little bit, the humidity shoots back up and it becomes miserable.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got up in Cairns. We get the constant humidity because it's tropical. So, this is the coldest winter I've seen up here in 10 years at least.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are in winter.
Yeah, I always forget.
Yeah.
Andrew, when the temperature drops, is the humidity still real high? So it's like a damp, chilly air.
It's starting to get a little bit humid now. It's about 7:15 in the morning, so you can start feeling the humidity. But when the temperature's low, the humidity doesn't get too bad.
Okay.
But overnight, it's been really cold. I had an extra blanket on the last couple of nights, so it's been a bit chilly.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
My mum lives in Victoria, central Victoria, and it gets cold this time of the year down there, and because the wind comes from the Antarctica.
Oh
And
right. Right. Yeah.
she had -2 the other morning, so yeah, bugger that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cold. Peter,
In the
are
mid-
you north of the equator in Thailand? I think you are.
I think so. Yeah, we are.
You're on my my schedule. Like you're in summer now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Northern.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Mm.
So
what
what's
are
been
you
going
working
on with your model, Peter? I've been following your builds, and it looks like it's coming along really well.
Yeah. So I've finished the interior completely. You can see I've put that.
Wow.
Wow, looks
That's
great.
all done now, which I'm happy with. And what I've got to do now is I'm doing a lot of photo etch work, and I haven't got decent glue for it. I haven't got decent CA glue. So what I did was I put an order in with Monique at Icky Sticky, and contacted her because I was having trouble. It wasn't saying that on the website it could send to Thailand. We spoke to each other and she said, "Oh, it's okay. I have to manually do that." So she sorted it out. And then on Monday, she confirmed that it's all gone through, and I've got the order, and then I've got the tracking on it. So I've got the Australia Post tracking happening, and then I've been watching it come through, and I'm amazed. It's really good. It's gone Friday. It left Australia. Well, actually, Thursday night it left Australia, and it arrived here in Bangkok on Friday, and then it got transported to a distribution center in Bangkok, and then to a postal courier service. So I should have my box here on Monday.
Damn, that's a great turnaround.
Really
That's really impressive.
Yeah, I'm really happy that she sent it with registered, and it's got the tracking, because my birthday present from my mother never really showed up at all. I don't know where that disappeared to.
Oh,
So
man, that sucks.
Fingers crossed this will come. So I've ordered CA glue. I've got the Flexi one because I'll be doing the railings on the ship build next. Got a few other bits and pieces that I need, and then I can get on to doing all the photo etch that I've fallen behind on doing on this. And I've got all my pieces all sitting in little containers like this, ready to attach. I've also decided that all the work I've put into that, I didn't. This is the top, and that goes on top, and then of course the turret will sit on top of there, and it covers all that. You don't see a lot of that in there.
Right.
Now I could leave the doors on the hatchways open. There's open or closed options, but you really can't see too well. And then I thought, if I was going to do crew figures and crew, then those things might be open, but I'm not. So I'm going to close it all up. I'm going to put all my little hatches on closed. And what I found is this fits perfectly on there tightly with no gaps without me gluing it. So if I wanted to, I can just take that off to show off the interior.
Excellent.
Okay. That's a good idea.
I'm just not going to glue the top down and have it like that. And as for the engine bay, there's a photo etch piece, but it's a grill. You can't see through that really. And then there's a cover over here.
Right.
So the only thing you can see is through the end
through the hatches in the back. Yeah, they get I
did leave open.
Yeah.
But that is it. And so what I'm going to do with that is I'll seal that all on. But you'll find that in next week's video, pretty much up to where I am now, I've asked the question for people to comment below, and maybe someone can comment here. I'm up to this part with all the spades and the axe and all the tools that get attached to the top of the
rear engine deck. Yeah.
On that plate there. But there's a lot of photo etch holding them on.
Yes.
They've got to be painted steel covers, wooden handles. Would you do them all separately and then attach them onto the painted surface somehow and then somehow attach all your photo etch? Or would you just put the whole lot on and then carefully go along and touch it up with a brush?
That's what I'd do. The last option.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my thought is what I usually do with my stuff is I put the tools on after I've painted the model, and I paint them separately and put them on. But either way works.
Yeah.
I just find it easier for me personally to do it the other way. I notice most people do install them.
Yeah.
But
some of the photo etch is so tiny attaching to those that I can't paint them individually and then trying to put them down onto a painted surface. I think you're right. What you're saying there is to just put it on there when I do the whole base coat of the whole tank, and then right at the final end before my clear coat goes on, touch it up with the wooden handles and do all the axe head.
Peter, if I may
A good idea, Peter. When I do my tools is I get a Post-it note and slide the Post-it note under the tools so you don't get your paint everywhere.
Yep, I was just about to say
that's
exactly. I learned that trick from who was it, Mike Rinaldi?
Yeah,
I first saw Mike Rinaldi do that on his stuff, and I was like, okay. So
that's what I did.
Model I make, I might do it that way and see how it works.
Those little green, I think they're water containers all the way around there. I did the same with that. I put a Post-it note behind the back of them so I could touch them up without slipping and getting in on the white.
Looks good. Yeah.
So yes, that's a good idea. I will do that.
Peter, I noticed in the comments, Jet Scale Models has got a question for you. He says, "Do you see any water buffalo out where you are?"
well, actually, no. I'm not where I am. I'm in the city, so I'm on the outskirts of the city. It's pretty metropolitan. It's there's no real farmland, but if I hop on my motorbike and ride about 15 minutes, I start to get into the rural areas. And yes, there are plenty of buffalo out there. And I really like buffalo because it's really strange. As you're riding along a country road and you see a field with buffalo, they'll all stop and look at you and they'll watch you as you ride past. That's the weirdest thing.
Are they territorial? Will they charge if threatened?
No, they're just as harmless as cows.
They're docile. Yeah.
They're as harmless as cows. In fact,
they treat them like members of the family. If you hit a buffalo or run over a buffalo in a car or whatever, oh geez, you'd be in so much trouble, eh?
Yeah,
that's true. Yes. But they do. They work the fields. They pull the plows. For the people, the poorer people that are running their land.
Yeah.
They work. They're a work animal. They're like between a cow and a horse. You know.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
They're not like
Okay.
your bison, you know, or your moose. You know, you don't go up and pat a moose, do you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, have a look at what I've been working on.
Hey.
I don't know if you can see it very well. This is the building I've been working on.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay. Peter, can you go single screen?
I'll bring that up. We can have a.
Yeah, let's see that, Andrew. That looks really great.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically coats at the moment. I did all the brickwork, individual bricks.
Wow.
Individual bricks, really.
Looks great.
So I just did up late last night doing a lot of painting. So a bit of airbrushing today and bit of masking. Got to paint the door and the shutter I made from scratch. Like I said, I put in all individual bricks, and there's probably a good 150 or more probably there, and the thing probably more. Took a bit of time, but it's well worth it compared to what the base kit was. So it's coming along nicely.
Is that a model, or did you make that yourself, Andrew?
Well, it was a basic kit from MIG, and I've just modified it to suit my purposes. So
looks great.
Because it didn't have it didn't have the brickwork. Didn't have the brickwork. It was just like the bigger blocks, like the stone bigger blocks, and it didn't look right to me. So I just went and did all the brickwork. So
looks good. Looks good.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Start on the diorama probably tomorrow. So
what are you doing?
It's going to be a diorama set in like Cannes or Fillet, and it's going to have a Churchill AVRE and and a bunch of German prisoners getting escorted down the road.
Oh, nice. Good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So I've got about 9 or 10 figures going into it, and I've got about 5 of them done so far. So I'm not doing too bad.
Wow.
We've got a model competition in September in Townsville, and I want to get down there, so I'm going to try and get it finished for the competition.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, a lot of figures. That for me personally. A lot of figures are challenging, so that'd be something I'd have to put in extra time.
Yeah, I take my hat off to people who do figures. I can't.
Like I've been modelling since I was 5, and I'm 60 this year, but figures have always eluded me, and I've had to focus and concentrate on figures in the last few years just to get, because if your figures aren't the quality of the rest of the diorama, it's just going to look shit. So there's no point.
I hear you, Andrew. I know what you're saying. Yeah. By the way, you're going to be 60, so am I. I'm a little over a month away from turning the big 60.
What date?
August 17th.
I'm August 10th.
Okay, a week later. Hello, fellow Leo. Nice to know you. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm not sitting. It's not sitting too well turning 60 for me, man. I'm just like, I'll deal with it, of course, but
You're only as old as the person you're feeling, mate.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Andrew?
You're only as old as the person you're feeling.
Yeah, that's true. You got me there.
So if you're feeling someone 55, mate, that's all good.
Well, my doctor told me, 40 is the new 30. So I guess if I'm going to be 60, I'm really turning 50. So we'll keep it that way.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to get a couple figures that I've been working on. I'll be right back. But go ahead. Yeah.
Shouldn't be too hard for me to find someone to make me feel 30 or 25.
Yeah, no. You'd be able to feel 18, mate.
I could. Oh, let's not go there, but that's getting a bit extreme.
Okay, let's see if I can get these. Hold on a second. I got an idea. Hold on. Here we go.
It's a good question by Jet saying, why do we always talk about the weather? I don't know. It's just a thing, isn't it? I like to keep the habit going.
Hold on.
We can take that off. There we go. Oh, who else got Mark?
Weather affects your painting.
It does. That's it. That's why. That's a good enough reason. 12
Yeah.
degrees.
Okay, there you go.
PM.
Can you see this?
Oh, yeah. Let me bring that up. Hang on a second.
See if we can get it in focus.
Up, up, up. There we go. Look at him. Oh, there we go.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
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 That is the figure from the Tamiya Achilles M10 tank destroyer.
Ah.
And,
Yeah.
I've been painting this. Well, I painted it a while ago, but I got to finish the frickin' face and some of the details on the uniform. But the technique I'm using is this glazing method I learned from a couple of guys, notably Martin Kovac, Night Shift, where he thins down the paint and he just coats it over the top. First he paints it all black, then he goes over the top in like a halo effect with the airbrush and covers the white.
Yeah.
So it's like all the highlights are in white, and then he glazes on the colors of the uniforms, and he slowly builds up his shadow and his highlight on there, and it's really nice. My figure painting has improved 100% because of this method.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask. I don't remember seeing Bruce Lee in a military uniform. He's doing that move.
Have you seen the bloke?
Oh yeah. That's if you see them go in the turret, these guys all get put in the turret. Here's the commander, and he's doing his own little pose here. He looks like he's at an aerobics class.
Really low.
Hello, GB models. How are you, mate?
Hey,
Welcome.
GB, how are you?
Good, thanks. Yourselves?
Oh, doing
Good.
great, thanks.
Very good.
I'm trying to hear you guys, but volume's a bit low for some unusual reason.
Is it? Oh, your volume and your picture is everything good, so we're fine there. That's good. Wow.
Hey, have you ever watched the guy's tutorials? A guy called CW Modeling from England.
I do. That guy is one hell of a modeler.
Yeah.
And he is one great diorama maker. I am always impressed with his work.
Mm-hmm.
He blows. I mean,
His scratch built buildings are so.
Yep. Did you see a Storm Tiger?
Yeah.
That looks great.
Yeah.
He's got the whole package down. Figures, vehicle, background, buildings, everything. And the way he fabricates everything is incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's another guy from Germany. I think he's from his name's Bieber Scale Modelers, BIBER.
Oh, I'll have to look him up. I haven't seen him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really.
Okay. So whereabouts
Just
are
turned up
you?
the volume now. Can hear you guys better now.
That's good. All right. And whereabouts are you at?
I'm in Melbourne, Victoria.
You're in Melbourne. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Very good. How's the weather down there?
Yesterday was beautiful. It was 12 degrees and raining, cold. That's my summer weather.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I'm starting to miss that actually. To feel coldness on me would be just
Yeah, you were saying before, I think I heard you say before, you got a lot of humidity up there. That's a killer, that one is.
It is, yeah.
Mm.
Lucky, yeah, it is.
Okay,
Especially when the sun comes out from
I want to say
behind.
so long to Tron. Take care, buddy. Thanks for tuning in.
Especially when the sun comes out from behind the clouds, it's like the temperature and the humidity just jumps back up again. It's like, whew.
Yeah.
You sweat just standing still.
Yeah.
We got a nice swimming pool here. I go down to the pool like I do every day, but by the time I get out of the pool, dry off for 5 minutes in the sun, and then I'm back in the lift coming up here, I'm just as sweaty as before I went down there. It was like, what's the point?
Yeah.
I was in
Might
the
as well
pool
stand in the
talking
cold
to-
shower.
Yeah, exactly. I was talking to a guy in the pool from the UK that's retired over here. He's from, I won't say his name or what band he's in, but he was in a I can't say because I know he might be watching. I told him about the live stream. He's from a very well-known punk rock band back in the day, and now he's retired here in Thailand. And he was telling me about his stories of traveling around the world with the band and how he loves Thailand and retired here and enjoys all the people and just chilling out and that. And it's amazing some of the fascinating people you meet here, and you don't know who anybody is until you hear their story and you spend a bit of time listening to them. It's incredible.
The radiator, Pete?
Hey?
The radiator?
what? No.
The radiator.
We're talking back in the days of Sid Vicious and stuff like that. He's a British guy, English guy.
Oh, okay.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
But fascinating stuff. Fascinating. But
Yeah.
like I was saying, I was in the pool talking to him. I'm in the pool. He's up there in the shade in the deck chair, chatting for nearly 45 minutes. And now I realised this morning, on the top of my head got sunburnt. But the tan's coming on well, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, working on that.
Serious color going on there, Peter.
Yeah. I'm trying to get the tie tan going. I say we got Ron just showed up in chat. Hello, buddy. How are you, mate? And we've got who else? I'm just going to scoot down I'm not even bothered to go through all the chat. I'm sorry if I missed anybody saying good day, because there's heaps of yous there. Yeah.
The little on your benches for.
Yeah,
What's
Tron
that?
signed off a little while ago. Just
Did he?
Yeah, Tron.
He signed off.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to scoot down.
Thanks for liking that SBD, Jim.
Oh yeah, that it was what was the manufacturer of that kit again?
There was a 1/18 scale SBD Dunkland.
Yeah, but who made it? Was it Trumpeter or was it Merit?
It's I Love Kit, but it's basically Trumpeter anyway.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Those guys are on the same block with Hobby Boss, and they're all in the same group together. Yeah, I Love Kit.
Yeah.
Really, I didn't know they were making 1/18 scale model, but I don't know too much about them.
I mean,
what's that, Andrew?
They've done a couple, nothing too overboard, but they've done a couple of 18 scale kits.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
that was the first one I came across.
Yeah, I'm pretty partial to those early war Dauntlesses and early war U.S. Navy aircraft anyway. So when I saw that was a real eye grabber for me. Nice work. I mean, I like what you did with the spark plug wires and everything for the engine. Those radios gotta have that detail on there.
Yeah, they don't come with the kit, and I saw somebody else do it, and I thought, oh, that's a good idea. I'll do it myself as well.
Yeah, that question for you, Peter. What's a bum gun?
Oh, you don't know. You don't know what a bum gun is. So over here in Thailand,
I'm opening myself up to criticism, but
right,
I don't know
in Thailand, the toilets here have a hose beside them that you use to squirt.
Your ring holders. Yeah.
So, you mean they don't use toilet paper?
Well, you don't not fully use toilet paper like we do. Flushing toilet, it blocks up the drains and it's not good.
Okay. Ooh.
So
you use one ply.
You want to, you can, because you're just drying yourself after you've hosed yourself. You see.
Wow, that's that's borderline enema.
Well,
don't hold it there. Don't hold it there too long. You might get excited.
Yeah. or very painful. Yeah. Oh, hey, there's Bilge Rat. Hey, Bilge.
It's in the Philippines, as Bilges say. They have the same there. That's right. A lot of the Southeast Asian countries have it. It's I guess it's a hygienic thing. It's a good idea. I mean, it's not like India. Okay, so I spent 5 months in India where there is no toilet paper, and all you have is a container on the side. Sometimes it's a bucket with a scoop, and you scoop up some water and go for it, and use your left hand. This is why in India you don't you eat with your right hand, because they don't usually have cutlery either. So you eat with your right hand. Shake hands with your right hand, but your left hand's reserved for what. Okay,
I see. Well, I think I'd have to go the opposite because I'm left-handed, so I'd have to do the opposite.
It's the same in the Middle East too. They got the bidets and all that in the hotel rooms and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You see Daryl's comment down on the bottom?
Looking.
It's the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
one.
You got to watch that water pressure. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Brings a whole new meaning to the word squirt, doesn't it?
Yeah, what you do, the first squirt, you squirt straight into the toilet, because that's when the pressure's on. Then if the pressure dies off a bit, then you're safe to go. Don't just straight up aim for yourself and go. You'll blow yourself off the toilet if you're not careful.
Welcome to the International Bidet Channel here.
Yeah. Yeah, we're way off topic there, but that's okay. Yeah. So you asked, you got answered. There you go. That's what it's all about.
Well,
right. It is more hygienic, and you save money on toilet paper as well. You save a lot of money there.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the few things that hasn't really increased in price too much here in the United States. I mean, once the pandemic scare cooled off and everyone stopped using or buying cartons of toilet paper and stealing it, and wrapping themselves in it, it went back to normal. Same with rubbing alcohol.
There's some places.
Dippers.
What's that, Captain? What'd you say?
I said not really. There are places where they've changed prices up to you're like,
really? That sucks. That's capitalism for you.
I tell you, India's the worst. It's like they have squat toilets as well. So you basically just got to squat there, balance on your feet, balance there. Sometimes the public toilets are so filthy you can't even hold the walls to keep yourself from falling in. So you've just got to balance there. You build up your thigh muscles.
I didn't like India at all. I did not have a good time at all.
This is how you usually get the Delhi belly is from the toilets.
Yeah. We went to Cochin in India, the coastal place.
Yeah,
and
I've been down there. Beautiful down there.
Yeah, we had to dive on the ship to do a prop clean. You usually do a prop clean after you've been at sea for a few weeks, and we had to fight our way through about half a foot of rubbish on the surface of the water to get through into the water itself. It was disgusting.
Yeah. It's a whole different world over there, and it's still like that today. Nothing's changed. And I tell you what, I'm not taking a shot at climate change and stuff like that, but people want to get their electric cars and do all their green garbage and sort their rubbish out and do all this in Australia and doing their best and paying all this money to not use plastic and all the rest of it. Listen, take one trip to another country like China, India, places like this, and you'll realize that you're doing it all for nothing. For nothing.
Yep, exactly.
There's
right.
nothing.
Exactly
the whole country went green and did everything 100% to help the environment. Would not make the slightest difference in the world because of what other countries are doing.
Yeah, exactly right, Peter.
That's the sad reality.
That's what I heard about China. Yeah, a company I used to work at, the CEO, he traveled to a lot of Pacific Rim nations because a lot of our client base was there, and he said it's a different world there. That's really the best way you could put it.
But keep recycling your sprues and make your sprue glue. That's good. I'm not saying don't do that. That's good.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask someone. Maybe someone here can help me, or someone in chat. When you make the sprue goo and you put it in your jar and you close the lid, do you have a finite amount of time before that stuff just turns into a big solid block in there?
No, it'll stay like that. It's like you add a bit of Tamiya extra thin with it as well, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. It'll stay like that. It won't dry out. You just keep that top on it. You can use it. You might have to add a bit more thinner in it.
Shake every now and then.
Yeah.
What was that, Andrew?
Just give it a shake every now and then.
Okay. Because I have not tried that yet, but I want to. First of all, to learn it, try it, but also because nothing else really works for me when it comes to filling seams outside of using sheet plastic.
Nothing's better than using plastic to fill plastic.
I've been using Icky Sticky black super glue and the debonder. So when you fill the gap, let it dry, and then the debonder, and then take it all back.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll give that a try. I've got the clear Icky Sticky CA Flexi,
Yeah.
the Flexi stuff.
Block CA
Yeah.
glue is a godsend. At least you can see where you're putting the stuff now,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the next shipment I put in for Icky Sticky and Jason's Outlaw stuff, I'm going to order some of the black CA, and I'm going to get some of their liquid cement too. Their version of Tamiya is extra thin.
Yeah.
I heard it's really good, and I want to try it because I've got a few Icky Sticky products here. I love them. I love every one of them.
Yeah. Because I'm a big diorama builder, I use a lot of foam like a lot of the other diorama builders do these days, and it's hard to find a good glue for foam. Like white glue or woodwork glue is okay, but it takes a long time to dry, whereas Icky Sticky have got a foam glue, and it's outstanding, man.
Really? They've got a foam?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's specifically designed so it doesn't melt the foam. It's really, it's like a super glue, but it doesn't melt the foam.
All right. Okay.
See,
All right. Well, thanks.
that's a
Thanks. I
unique
gotta remember
product.
that. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing I'll put down on my Icky Sticky shopping list then. Yeah.
Hey, Andrew, I got a question for you.
Yep.
Because you mentioned that you're a ramen builder. Where do you put them all? That would take up a lot more room than just making a regular model. Because you.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a couple of big display cases. So I've got plenty of room. So, but I try and keep them, about 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters, not get too big, you know.
And
Yeah, I had to make up display cases for my bigger stuff here, so particularly that SBD.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, that SBD is a big model.
Yeah, I've got
a big diorama I've got planned. I just got to work out how to go about it, but I've got a 35th scale World War II Horsa glider, and it's bloody massive, man. It's got a wingspan of about 70, 75 centimeters.
Wait a minute, did you say 32nd scale?
35th scale.
35th. Okay, that's still that's big enough. Holy mackerel! The Horsa was a huge glider. That thing was enormous.
Yeah, it's a nice kit. It's really well detailed, but it's so big. I think I'm gonna use the glider in 3 different smaller dioramas. I'll use the tail section in one, and then the main body, and I'm gonna cut one of the wings down so it fits on the base better. And then I'll just use a spare wing like it's just broken off laying in a paddock or something. So I think I might get 3 dioramas out of it.
Oh, good. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I got with this SBD, the wingspan is about 700 millimeters long.
Yeah, big, eh?
Yeah, I got coming up. I got doing the USS Enterprise 1/200 scale from Trumpeter.
I remember you mentioning that.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, deciding whether to get the Pontos upgrade set for it or the KA set for it, because they're about $100 difference, but the Pontos one, if you love your photo edge stuff, it's full of it.
Didn't I do a 1 in 200 Enterprise, or was that Yorktown that they did? I mean, a 1 in 200 ship kit with the I love.
I had sort of like the I love kit upgrade set for the Titanic, but the information is sort of like backwards, forwards, middle, back. It's you got to go from left, right. I didn't really like that upgrade set.
Yeah, I like KA or Mark 1. I think they're better than I like Pontos too, but I think KA Mark 1's sets are a lot better.
From what I've looked in the study, so like I think it's Midwest Models, because he gets both, and it kind of helps me decide on which way I should go whether to get the Pontos or KA. I'm kind of leaning the KA set.
Yeah. Hey, jet scale models. Yeah, I've been watching you, Stuart, build. it's looking really, really good, eh? That's Jet Scalemodling. Yeah, he's doing
I'm
a.
just sending him a message now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
The thing
Look,
is,
love
with
Yeah, if you love photo etch, just buy them both, mate.
yeah,
Well, I just recently bought the 200 scale Curtis Wilbur Arleigh Burke, so that'll be starting probably in next month.
yeah. I reckon this one, the Enterprise, is probably going to take me a couple of years because I like to do various sorts of things on my YouTube channel, where it'd be going to GP bikes, where it'd be going to World War II planes, Formula Ones, which I light them up. I put lights in the Formula Ones. I just like mixing it up a little bit. So this Enterprise is probably going to take me a couple of years to get done.
Yeah, I've got a Constellation to build like you did with the Kitty Hawk, Peter, but I'm at it. I haven't started. I've got the hanger deck put in, but I stopped because I want to try and wire up the LEDs, but I've got no idea how to do it.
Man, I just ran one long strip of LEDs right through that hanger bay, and then and just connected that up. The hard part.
Did you run like a cord out through the back and hook it to a phone charger or something like that?
I had to drill a hole under the back bulkhead, and I had a cable come out of that. And it was basically a USB cable, and I made sure it was
USB,
at the back of the model, and it just ran down the back of my shelf and plugged in. And then I had a remote. It came with a remote, so you could change the colors and the brightness.
Yeah, I won't build it unless I can get it right in my head, because you can't have the hanger bay in the darkness, like especially if you're going to stuff in there.
It looks much better when you can see in there. Yeah, then you can do your little figures and stuff.
Ain't the Kitty
1350 is
okay. Yeah, that's got to be freaking huge. That's got to be enormous.
Yeah, I've got the Mark 1 deluxe detail set. You used that, didn't you, Peter?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was enough photo etch for me. Gee, there's like 5,000 pieces extra to the kit with that.
Yeah. And I also got deck tractors. I've got 1,500 figures. I've got 90 aircraft.
Yeah, I had about, and you can fit them all on there too if you use the hanger bay. It's amazing. Yeah, I had about 80. So, and the figures too. Good luck with them. Are they all painted already, or you got to do that?
No, I got a pile of 3D printed ones. They're really, really nice, and I haven't got around to painting them yet. But I'll have to bring the magnifiers out to do them.
That's a big project.
Andrew. Andrew, there's you look at Jet's latest comment. He's pointing you toward a guy who's got a YouTube channel out there about lighting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. I'll look it up.
Yeah, it's a bit scary at first, but once you do it, it's okay. The tough part is how you want to get it to. The other option I had was to make a stand with an electrical contact on the bottom. So there's always power running to the stand, but when you place the model down on it, contacts join, and that sends your power through to your LEDs or whatever you got in the
that's a good idea.
So that way everything can be hidden in the base, and then you could have a battery in there, because you wouldn't have it on all the time, but when you wanted to show it off, you could turn it on.
Yeah.
Okay. I use Texas. I pulled a lot of my base that it came with, and
your microphone's
Captain Charlemagne, your audio is coming across really weak. We can barely hear you.
It's cutting in and out, like you're not plugged in properly or something. Or
the volume's kind of low anyway.
Check.
Here's a horse of glider. This is the tail.
We're just bringing another person here. G'day, mate.
Hey, Mr. Marley.
Hey, how are you?
We got a triumvirate. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 Aussies here. This is great.
Yeah, well, slowly taking over the world.
It's an avalanche.
I love it. Andrew, let's see that horse again. Is that the tail section?
That's the tail section, yeah.
Look at the size of that.
Yeah.
Huge, man.
That's a model on its own.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Invasion markings.
that was easily the best glider of World War II, no doubt about it.
Can you guys?
Yeah, it's a nice job.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show you the main body.
Let's get a sound check on Captain Charlemagne. Let's hear you.
You guys can you hear me better?
Yeah, a little bit better. The volume.
A little bit, yeah. Sound volume's gone up a little bit more, but it's still kind of, I mean, for my deaf ears anyway.
It's clearer.
The main body.
Oh, okay. Wow.
What I was
Who makes
saying.
that kit, Andrew?
And then you put the tail on it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
Yeah, it's made by Bronco.
Okay, Bronco, right. Okay. That is
I
enormous.
have several kits.
Pretty nice. You got get all the interior details and all that in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's really nice.
Daryl's got a question there for building large aircraft, which I've never done. I can't answer. Do you paint and decal the wings and fuselage and tail all separate parts?
No, I always do it like
Yeah. Yeah, I
You
do it as
would you?
sort of like a full build. Otherwise,
You're going to get a color change, aren't you, if you try and do things separately like that?
and particularly if you got to fill up your seam lines as well.
yeah.
And even if you got the same paint and the mix is all right and everything, it's the way you're layering it on over the whole aircraft is it would.
You're going to get a different volume of different layers.
It's like doing a ship hull. You know, you got to do the whole hull in one.
Yeah.
hit. You can't just do, part by part. Then again, ships get a lot more weathered, so it probably doesn't matter too much.
It's pretty good these days with the amount of mask sets you can get out there for insignia and that sort of thing, so you can paint them.
John, you got your Spitfire handy? How's that coming along?
Spitfire? Who's got a Spitfire?
John Marley's got his Qatari Spitfire. I want to see how that's coming along.
You'll hear you now. Qatari Spitfire.
Question for you guys: have any of you guys messed around with Mod Pod?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I haven't tried it. I just saw it the other day at a Hobby Lobby. That's the franchise hobby shop here in America.
I imagine it's like a silly putty. Remember the old silly putty? Something like that, isn't it? You just mold it.
Mod Pod is like a thick PVA glue, really.
Yeah, dries up clear.
Yeah. I use it all the time on my dioramas for fixing all the groundwork in place and stuff.
Painting large aircraft question. I've done it with the wings and everything separate. This is the
Bring that up,
HK 48 scale Lancaster. And where are we? I did paint these separately. But of course, the wing join is so good there that you don't really have a thing. And all I did is mark where the green is with a little pencil and just spray that separately. I won't click it on now, but I've managed to do. It's the only aircraft I've done it with, and it's come up really well. But it's really the design of the kit that allows you to do that because it's got the click on, click off.
It's a nice kit. It's a really nice kit.
Separate. Oh, it's a beautiful kit. Yeah.
What kit brand is that one?
HK Models.
HK Models. Okay.
Yeah, but as I say, I won't stick it all together. But when it is together, it's rather imposing. It's a beautiful thing.
I've got the 32nd scale one.
Yeah, not done yet.
With the Grand Slam bomb. No, I only bought it recently.
And which aircraft is that?
HK Models Lancaster Mark. Well, this one's a Mark III.
Yeah.
I had thought about getting the HK Lancaster bomber. I'm still deciding which way to go on with that, whether to get the HK one or is it Agora Models bring out an issue by issue with that, which by the time you paid that off, it's about $2,000. But the HK one here, I think down in Australia, is about $450. Or there's another one that where you pay about, I think it's $1,200. I'm not too sure if it's an ICM one, but that and like I went to the
border models.
That's it. Yep.
Border,
Yeah, and deciding where, you're pretty much going to get the same look on the outside and not see much on the inside. So it's probably worthless in buying that border models one. Might go for the HK one.
The border models comes with clear fuselage sections as well, so you can do all the interior and you can see the fuselage inside.
Okay. Didn't know that one.
The HK one, I've got the fuselage, the nose art kit. That comes with the clear half, but I don't want to do that because it's just dumb. Like, you got the engineer panel on the right-hand side, so the right-hand side is clear, and there's nothing behind it. You could wire it up, but the fact is, it'll still look stupid, so I wouldn't bother. It really depends what you want. If you love the subject matter, spend the money and get the border model one because it was the Wingnut Wings one. And so, if you want a good build, border model won't fight you. Just my view is stuff China,
I think you'd need a separate home to store it, right, John? Another garage.
With the clear part. With the clear parts, you could probably paint it like a cutaway. You know what I mean? Like you could paint a section of it and leave a section open like a window. And you alleviate all having to put in all of that pipe work, etc. like that. You could just put it in the area you wanted.
That's a Qatari Spitfire. It's nothing to show, really. It's just basically the bottoms together. It's painted sky, but the top isn't done yet. But it's a beautiful kit. It's just the same lines.
I tell you what, I'm not one for 32nd scale aircraft, but I might just get myself one of those because they look so damn good.
It's such a nice build as well. It's worth the money.
But going
the
back
Hurricane's really nice too.
Going back to that sort of like the Lancaster bomber with that HK one, and I'm thinking when I want to buy an expensive model, I think a Trumpeter straight away because their packaging is so good. What was it like with the HK one?
No dramas at all. Like separate bags for sprues. Yeah, there's nothing to complain about at all.
Right.
It doesn't have.
I got the
separate sections to put. I mean, I've got. Let me show you. I've got the Mitchell B25 Mitchell here, and I'll just show you what it's like.
Hey guys, I'm gonna cut out now. I got dinner to make, and I'm gonna head off. I'll see everyone. Peter, thanks for having me on. Thanks for seeing everyone. John, I'll see you tomorrow at the.
There's no show tomorrow.
No, there's no M4H show. Okay,
no,
all righty. Well, then I'll be on Monday. I'll be on.
Will you be on tonight with Jason?
Yes,
James?
I will be. It's an early start. It's 11 a.m. your time, GB.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys.
No
Take
worries.
care, everyone.
See you, mate.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Peter.
See you, Jim.
Yeah.
Right.
Bring that up. Yeah.
So there's a bit of room in the box, but everything's in its own clear bag and everything else. You've got no problems with anything really.
All right. Okay.
There's not much to show, but like I wouldn't worry about it. They're good value for money, and it goes together really well. Plus, I love the fact that it's got its nose weight pre-mold.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that the 48 scale one?
Yes.
Good. Yeah.
Hey, I got the 32nd scale one with all the guns in the nose.
Oh yeah.
It's Strafer, I call it. And I just got in last week the HK models A20 Havoc K model.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really nice kit, eh? Can't wait to build that.
I'm still waiting on when the hell are we going to get the B26 down here by ICM? Nobody has got it, but it hasn't been delivered here in Australia yet. So
no, it hasn't.
Still waiting. 6 months later.
It's a really nice looking kit, isn't it?
Wow.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Can't wait to start that. I'll get a hand on it, that's for sure. But I ring Metro Models here in Melbourne, they can't even give me a price because they don't know when they're going to get it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Frontline Hobbies in Newcastle just got a shipment of ICM, but it's not included.
Yeah, I think the European market gets it all before like Australia and America do. Australia usually tends to be the last on the list.
Well, I think with Europe, you have modelers over there than you do like here in America and everything like that. Because while I know there are quite a few, I think most of the time you see stuff with America, some of them are more on the term of scratch building than the actual.
Yeah.
But you could buy it from overseas, couldn't you? Couldn't you get it from a distributor overseas?
You could.
Yeah, you can buy ICM distributor in Poland, and it's cheaper.
It might add up the same prices as if you get it here in Australia.
Look who's there. Hello, Paul.
I bought the Tahoe helicopter, that big sky crane helicopter. In Australia, it was $290 plus postage was about 45 or $50. So you're looking at about 330. I got it from Poland and posted to Australia for 230.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, is that round 2 Enterprise in the background on that one shelf?
No, that's the Polar Lights one.
Polar Lights?
Yeah.
Which version? Because I have the one that comes with where you can put it where, like the pilot episode where it had the little, what almost looks like screws coming out of the front of the nacelles that they have the pilot. But
It's got the 3 versions of that kit. The pilot. Yeah, it's the pilot with Christopher Pike. Then the series. And I think there's a 3rd version in the kit.
And that's the one in 350 one, right?
Yep. 34 inches long and still not painted.
How are you, Paul?
Not too bad. For a soggy Sunday in Sydney.
Yeah. I noticed that.
It's like that here in Melbourne too.
It's beautiful.
Soggy.
Well, it is winter after all, I guess.
Yeah, I classify it as my summer down here because I love winter. I'm a Tasmanian, so.
Oh, okay. That.
Well, you don't have a choice,
there.
do
you?
Don't like winter. I don't like it cold. Sadly, you got to deal with it time turn.
Yeah, I went to Antarctica twice with the army. That was cold.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah. We used to do this resupply at Mawson Research Station, and we used to go down every 3 months and take down food supplies and fuel and all that sort of stuff for them.
It's a long way for a convoy to go. I take it you took Air Force there.
No, we just one icebreaker.
Oh, there you go. Righto.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we didn't have the C-17s then.
Oh, there's a ship I'd love to build as an icebreaker.
Oh, don't get him started on the icebreaker again. He's still looking for that one.
I know.
Aurora Australis was the one I went down on. Aurora Australis.
Yeah. Oh, right, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm after
Big
that
orange.
Trumpeter. That science research vessel from Trumpeter that they've been promising for 2 years now. Oh, I just had this idea of ice all over the railings and the deck, and it'll look amazing, you know.
It would look good.
Very slippery.
Trumpeter have been promising that for the same time they've been promising the 1/200 scale Fletcher, and that hasn't came out yet.
Yeah,
Didn't they just do? Wasn't Rodney and Nelson just done? And that was something that was on their list for a long time, or was that the one in 350 versions?
Mate,
One in
why don't they just update their website? Would be a good start. God's sake, like something out of the 80s.
They reckon the Fletcher's coming out this year, but they said that last year too, so God knows when that's coming.
I mean, if they stop releasing all these Never Weres or stop re-releasing the Iowas and Yamato and probably even fix the hood kit, then we'd be in a good spot. But they just like releasing all these other kits because they make them money.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there is a new kit out of the Yamato in 1/350th scale by, so I can't remember the name of the brand, but Verifier
Yeah.
and Die.
Verifier has some good kits.
Yeah, that's Trumpeter.
It's amazing.
I
That
think
looks
It's
incredible.
amazing. All the 3D print parts and stuff you get with it, it's amazing.
Yeah, I have the Verifier Arc Royal. Your 1/350th.
Yeah.
What's that like?
It was a nice kit to build, not being a shipbuilder.
No, they're a good. They do some good models, especially with the ships. Yeah.
Actually, the first ship I built was the King George V.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
built it as something, but I love that kit.
I love that Yamato.
I finished
My
a ship
God.
this week. Can I do another show and tell?
Oh yeah. Yeah, go for it. We're all for show and tell here.
I mean,
I haven't finished anything in the last
Oh, look
2
at that.
weeks.
All right. Let me bring that up on the screen. Let's have a
what's
look.
that? I see a tall ship. I see a tall.
And get rid of that.
All right,
Alex, get your sock ready.
This is a HMS Supply from Caldercraft, a British company. So this is the first fleet vessel, and it's taken about 5 years or so, but I think it's come up rather well.
Or is it
Oh,
a?
it's come up beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful sort of looking ship, really. I mean,
Yeah.
quite simple. I did this one as a practice. I got the Victory next. We'll see how that goes. But it's taken a while, but I've finally got around to putting the anchors on the cat heads and stuff like that. So, you know, for a Blue Orchid, he does a bit of Navy as well. So there you go, Bill Drat. There's one for you.
I tried doing one of those balsa wood ships, and they are a very, very difficult build if you don't have the right tools. Put it that way.
Yeah, that's sure. And,
Totally
and you some of the planks you've got to bend and all that, and it's a bit hard to bend them.
Yeah,
breaking.
Yeah. I had the Victory one. Had that one, but I stopped doing it. I just didn't have the right tools, or I didn't bend them right. I started snapping when I tried to force them. It's just that you got to be very, very good at doing that, and great job on that. That looks awesome.
The one thing ship models, I think the tall ships, even though they're much rarer, if the company does them right, they are amazing models. I have the AI Napoleon that I've been building, and it's turning out to be a beautiful kit. I think my only vice about it is I've kind of been spoiled because of Heller's Victory and the Superb, where you can actually do the lower gun decks.
Yeah.
This kit, you can't do the gun decks. It's like how Airfix has. Well, it's not like you have the little pieces hanging out of the gun ports, but it's like those little ways that you stick the guns into.
Yeah.
And it just that's my only vice with the kit, but it's turned out so far to be an extremely beautiful model.
That's the I think the 4th or 5th one I've done. I've done the Billings Cuddy Sark, Artesania Swift. What was next?
Yeah.
The Eric Piccola HMS Prince and the Panart Royal Yacht Caroline, and that one. So 5.
And you're what? You're only 50? Wow.
55, yeah.
55.
Well, it took 11 years to do the
Must have
Caroline.
started early.
Yes.
11 years to build one.
And
Because I was in and out of the Middle East a lot with Air Force. So
all right, but how many models do you have going at once when you're building?
Well, at the moment, okay. So let's one more show and tell. God, it's all about me apparently. All right, so I've just finished one on YouTube. So with Scalemodling Twins is my channel. There's a quick plug with Bearded Veteran and Friends of Models for Heroes. We just did a build of the Whippet. So this is the Meng Whippet. So not bad for someone who does boats and planes. Like I don't do armor, but that's come out alright, I think. So
that looks nice.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's not perfect. I've never done a diorama, so that's next. There is the Qatari Spitfire I mentioned earlier. That's coming along. Nothing to show because it's all just together, you know. The one that's be finished later today with Jason and Model Kit stuff is a B17. So this is the Airfix 72nd scale one. Doesn't really
Classic
fit in the camera.
Very nice.
And yeah, that's just about there. It just needs weathering and props on. I've lost a gearbox, but that's being replaced by Airfix. So good on them. So there's that. Yeah, as I say, it's hard to see, but it's come up all right. That's 909, the one that crashed 5 years ago in an air show.
Oh, yeah.
And the last one is a FX Chipmunk, just because I wanted something small, and that's a really quick build. So yeah, I've got 5 on the go. No, 4 because I've just finished a whippet.
Wow.
But generally, I try to keep it down, and everything I start, I finish. But I've been doing a couple of group builds on YouTube with a couple of friends. Oh, and the next one is this one here, starting next week or this week. So that's the ICM Spitfire Mark 9 with the beer barrels, because everyone loves beer, everyone loves Spitfires, so Spitfires with beer is a bloody good tick.
Very good.
Yeah. I got a question for you, because you do dioramas. Well, this is kind of a spoiler for something I plan on for the channel for Pearl Harbor for December. Is I want to do a little diorama of how they were, because it's a very famous picture of how they were trying to raise the Oklahoma back up. What do you use because you mentioned you use foam. What do you use for your bases exactly? Because I've tried using stuff as a base, but every time I'll paint it, the spray will eat away at the stuff I'm using.
Yeah, I don't do a lot. I haven't done a lot of water dioramas, but what I use a lot of foam, like I said. But I usually treat the foam with Mod Podge first, because that stops any paint or any enamel effects affecting it. And I've been using AK water effects to form waves and that kind of thing, and that seems to work okay.
Yeah, because the last time I tried doing a diorama, it was 1 in 700 scale, was for a resin USS Arkansas. It was supposed to be an image of Arkansas sailing through just through the sea cruising, but I could never do it because it literally ate away at the thing I was using as a base. The spray.
Yeah, well, like I said, if you treat the foam, like with Mod Podge, give it a good coat of Mod Podge, the effects that come afterwards won't affect it that much, because they're not as harsh as some, enamel effects. But I use a few different ways of doing things, like the bow waves and all that. I use cotton wool, and I just make the bow waves and that out of cotton wool and white glue, and blend it all in. And the rest is just kind of acrylic paint effects, like for the froth and all that, and the wake and all. That's just kind of just use like an acrylic white and stuff like that, and just paint it on in different patterns and stuff. Photographic reference is probably the best source for that sort of thing. But as long as you protect the base with something that won't absorb the enamel product, so that you should be pretty well right.
And which
many different ways.
Which type of line did you use? Because I know there's a spray kind, and then there's the actual, almost like
you had a jar. Yeah, just out of the jar and just brush it on in a nice thick coat, and then let it dry and go from there. And you should be pretty well right then.
All right.
Yeah,
there's so many different ways.
Yeah, it all depends what base you use as to what, some timbers you use, and you could probably go straight over the top of the timber, but it all depends on the timber. Some of the timber will make all your effects craze or peel or something, so you've got to put something down there that stops the absorption by the timber or whatever that you're using. So,
have you tried foil?
Yeah, I haven't tried foil. I've seen it done, but
I have tried it once, but I think I did it wrong, because I remember watching a video on YouTube about how, because you can't have the waves, because on the ocean it's all random, there's no order to it. how some people tell you how to do it, but I did it to the point where I'm trying to make it look like a calm day, and the way I did made it look like it was a storm, and that the waves were about to come over the ship, and like some of these battleships, they're big, and the area where it's looking like it's about to go over, the water doesn't normally go over. I think it was, I think the kit I was using was the 1 in 600 Iron Duke, and well, I haven't seen any pictures of Iron Duke of where water, if it does come up over the rails, be it front or aft, but the way it was coming up would be like the point where the water would go over the funnels by accident.
There's a guy on YouTube. His name's Blue Ocean Studios, and he shows you how to do water. He's really, really good.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah,
that's Blue Ocean Studios, is it?
Yeah,
Blue Ocean Studios. Yeah, he's from Asia somewhere.
Okay.
Oh, like Pete.
yeah.
And, his water effects are really good, and he goes through it step by step and shows you, how he does it, and sort of I loosely sort of follow what he does. So,
yeah, because that's what I'm going to do for the Enterprise. They're going to have big water effect.
Yeah. It's one of those things that I struggle with building dioramas is water effects and snow. They're the two hardest things to portray in a diorama, I reckon.
I'm guessing I'm going to find out.
Yeah. Just take your time with it and have fun with it, and just get a few reference photos of a couple of ships underway and see how the waves, bow waves form and that kind of thing, and you'll get a handle on it. Like
I'm going to try a few different ways, test trials before I dive straight into trying to get it right.
That's the best way.
Bring out a lot of good products for doing your muds and snows and everything like that. Even water, you can get water effects. So.
Well, AK has a good range of water effects. They have, how you, Captain, you were talking about your waves being too big or whatever. They got this stuff that you can stipple on and stuff like that, and you can form it as it dries and stuff like that, and it dries clear, and it's really, but you can see the effect after it's dried, especially if it's over the top of like a Blue Ocean base or something like that. You can see the effect, and then all you got to do is like dry brush the top portion, like the where the waves breaking or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Can you do that sort of like that stipple effect with the Mod Podge, or not really?
Nah, not really. Yeah, I suppose you could. It's probably pretty much similar to what the AK stuff is really in reality when you look at it, because Mod Podge dries clear too. So it's just a matter of stippling it and slightly forming it into a little wave or whatever. I guess that'd probably be worth experimenting with. But anyway.
Yeah, because what was it? It was last time I went to the hobby store, which is funny. We actually have a little mom and pop store that's been open here since, if I remember what the gentleman said, the 60s, over off 5th Avenue, called Family Hobbies. They had a magazine that they let people go through. They don't sell it. Yes, it's his, but he lets people go through it. And inside it was a diorama that a gentleman did for Oklahoma when they were, and it showed the picture, then it showed the model, and the guy tells you step by step. But I seen that, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try that, because it's just something that's well known. Oklahoma is almost like Utah, the forgotten ship of Pearl Harbor. Everybody knows of Arizona, but the other ships have all but pretty much been. Yeah.
Quite a fascinating place at Pearl Harbor.
Oh, yeah. I was there a month ago.
When I was over there, went to the Pearl Harbor Museum. You got to if you want to go to the Arizona Memorial, you got to go through the museum to get out there, and it's well worth a look if you're over there, because all the photographs and there's scale models and all sorts of stuff. It's really, really good.
Yeah. It's really well done.
I tried to get out to the Arizona Memorial when I was over there in '94, and we had to line up, but there was so many Japanese going out there, you couldn't even get on the boats to go out there.
Really? Yeah. Jeez. Yeah.
What are we looking at? Is that a Mustang? The yellow thing in the middle of the desk?
What's
See you later, Dave.
Let's have a look. What's he got on the bench?
It's a what, sorry?
Is that a Gannet?
That's the Gannet, yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice good, eh?
It's a 69 Camaro with a Lamborghini motor in it.
Of course, because Gan.
That's a nice car.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of the tape dispenser too.
This is the kit I waited 6 months for.
This is a Gannet, yeah?
Yeah, Gannet, nice kit too.
I saw that on the
I've got the
look.
last
Oh, that looks
Trumpeter.
good, man.
Huh.
Good.
time. Wow.
Oh wow,
Nice.
that was great.
Like the RP3.
Yeah.
Did that kit already?
Being an ex-sailor, I've got a big soft spot for Australian Navy aircraft.
I've only got one more to get. I've got the Fury. Oh, got most of them except, which is what I haven't got. Oh, the Sea Venom in 148 is all I need.
Yeah, got a tracker.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
Paul. Question for you: did that kit already have folded wings, or did you make it a folded wing?
It comes with the choice of folded wings or straight wings. So you got 2 sets of wings in the kit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice because I think that's a good idea for some of the kits because like aircraft take up space. I got a couple that I have that I just I don't want to touch because I want to get the swordfish first, but none of the kits I have have the folded wings in them.
I've got the Airfix 148 scale C kit coming next week, so I'm really looking forward to getting that.
That looks awesome, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, looks good.
And
Yeah.
that's a 1984 Matchbox kit.
Well, that's all right then.
That one.
And the only ones that do it's the 132nd Sea Venom.
Yeah, I was going to say 32nd, yeah.
So did
Nice.
you rescribe panel lines or you left it as is?
That's straight out of the box except for the seats.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
That looks fantastic. Well done.
Yeah.
Very well.
Hectic work doing all the deckers on the drop tanks, or did they come in a deckle?
They came with that, and one wing just fell off.
Mm. Yeah.
And is that Richard Petty's sort of STP thing on the right-hand side of the screen there as well?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, right. Couldn't tell by the blue.
Yeah. Bring that up.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes, the body's still in primer.
Right. Oh, it's coming along well.
Yeah. You got a few on the go there.
Yeah, well, I've had to wait for bits and pieces, and most of the Australians will know what that one is.
Oh, yeah.
Tirana.
It's a Tirana.
Is that the DDA model?
No, that's the full bore one.
Okay.
What colour you going to paint it?
Pink.
Pink. You really, yeah?
Yes, strike me pink. It was a factory colour, Pete.
Yeah, certainly is.
Right, okay.
Nice.
I had a yellow one when I was a kid. When I was 17, or I had a yellow XU one.
Yeah. Yellow's
Didn't
was
kill you.
one of the
Awesome.
main colours. I'd never seen a pink one. Never.
Well,
Yeah, there's a few about.
Came about a dozen different colours. There was Stripe Me Pink, Kermit Green,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was white that the police used,
Yellow.
Telecom orange,
Yeah.
yellow, I don't ever remember seeing a black one.
No, it was purple.
Yeah, the purple.
Yeah, dark purple, wasn't it?
Yeah, what was
Yeah,
the purple?
dark purple. Yeah,
Yeah.
they only made 45 of them in the purple.
Mm.
There's probably about 400 now. Oh,
Yeah.
Bill's got to
Yeah.
see the growler.
Yeah.
The go.
Yeah. It's good to see there's a few model companies coming out with some good Australian cars now, like the HJ Sandman and stuff like that. It's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's got the HQ and the DDA models, the X-White Falcon,
Yeah.
351 that's came out. Then they've just brought out the Tirana and the Sandman as well.
Yeah. Seen some nice renditions of them in some recent shows. They look really good.
Yeah. I've
company's
brought
growler
3 of the
called?
DDA models, but I haven't done any as yet. My son's done
There we
2
go.
of them. There we
You're
go.
talking.
There we go.
Yep.
Blown 454.
Yeah, that's the custom one, isn't it, Paul?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
The only thing I don't like about the DDA kits, they're all screwed together.
Yeah,
Ah,
I
yeah.
haven't done one yet, so I'm going to find out.
Because they're based on their die-cast kits. Or
Oh,
die-cast models.
okay.
But full bore do full chassis and interiors for them in resin.
Sweet.
And I've got most of the engine kits I've put in the cars I've come from full bore. And I've got 454 with twin hollies on it coming at the moment for the next car build.
Sweet.
In 1/16.
We're so lucky these days, with technology and that. We're spoiled for choice, aren't we? 3D printing and resin casting and stuff that you didn't have when you were a kid, eh?
Yeah, well,
With 3D print.
and the old scratch builder where you do it with putty and bits of plastic to
Yeah.
convert a European aircraft into an Australian one.
Yeah.
Especially the Beaufort.
It's good
Yeah,
now. We're pretty spoiled.
I just brought a 3D printer about 2 months ago, so I'm still getting used to working it all out, the pros and cons.
Yeah. What brand was it?
I'm trying to... Oh, it's got the orange, yellow lid over the top.
Yeah, that's one of the better ones.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the professionals use them. Night Shift on YouTube, he uses one like that too. So, yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still trying to work out programs and even doing your own, which takes quite a while. So trying to print out sort of like the with the Enterprise, trying to print out my own crew.
Yeah.
To do that, because there's about 150 crew on board that I've got to get. So
Yeah. There's some good SDL files. I can't think of the company that does them, but you can download the files, and they've got the 1/200 scale figures.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how their quality, but I do know that like on Shapeway there are they do like you order them in. They have them in little sets for the 1 and 200 aircrew. I think also you can get them maybe on eBay. If you guys have it over your side, but well,
I've got a couple of things off Shapeways over the years, but I didn't really like their print quality. There's a lot of print lines. I bought a HMAs to Brook off them in 350 scale, and the print lines in the hull and all that took me nearly a month just to sand it all out.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's from the Bacard series,
So,
it's the Tier 2 and 1 in 1400. Just the picture of the parts looked, but it's going to have to be fixed because a lot of work, because the detail that you see in the and the actual kit, little aren't actually there to work just all that.
Well, I was online the other day, and I buy a bit of stuff every now and then through AliExpress, and I got me Curtis Wilbur, 200 scale Curtis Wilbur through there at a really good price. And I was looking there the other day, and there's this 3D printing company in China that's come out for all of the 3D upgrades for the Curtis Wilbur, and a complete bridge with interior. All the weapon systems are 3D printed, helicopters, everything. So I'll put in a big order. It'll cost me about $280, but I've got all of the 3D printed parts coming for it. So yeah, it should be interesting.
I saw. I think it's Midwest Models.
Yeah.
He's printing out his own stuff and selling it. I think. So the Enterprise 1941 to sort of the guns were updated in 1943. And he's printing out the 1943 version of the guns and stuff like that. So
is he the guy that recently built or is working on the Enterprise himself? Is that same guy?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, yep.
And the Titanic he did.
That's right. Yeah, because the thing with him, I suppose he helps you out in sort of a way because he buys all the upgrade sets, including in 3D. So he shows you different varieties of what upgrade kits you would like to get.
Yeah.
Everything that's available, he'll have. Yeah.
Informative, eh? He got a lot of information there for you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And sort of like, steps that you could run in trouble with that he picks up straight away and modifies it so you don't run into that sort of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Good.
Stops you making the same mistake. Yeah. So, but sometimes it could be sort of like a bit of overload, too much overload, like the Trumpeter. The Titanic, where I don't know, you want to enjoy a model, not as in do it as a challenge to get it right. And so, that's what I found out with the Sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I found out with. Yeah, that's what I found out with the Titanic. I didn't start enjoying building it because seeing what was this on there, was that on there, was there an extra porthole, the walls are too thick, and you want to try and get it right, but you also want to enjoy the model at the same time.
I think the internet's caused that. I think everyone now sees all of these tutorials and stuff, and I think you start comparing yourself to other people, and you're thinking, oh, why can't I do that, or I should try that, or something, and you don't get a lot done sometimes. I found that especially with armour and that, you don't get a lot done because you're trying to, and figures too, you're trying to compare yourself or trying to adapt their style, or, it's just it doesn't work.
Manufacturers will bring out other products that you didn't realise were available when you've already started a build and it's too late.
Don't you hate that?
Oh, there's a Pontos kit for that. Or there's resin stuff.
Hey, GB, how detailed is the hangar for the Enterprise? I know because I have the Hornet. There's one of the things people is that the problem with the Hornet, the hangar area, is lacking in info 1 and 200. What about the same thing? Because kits, especially like sister ships, it's usually they take one ship and they just alter the model just to try and get to the other one. Like I think on his video, John Horst, I think either the hull or some piece is just Geniza now, just slightly altered.
So with the I'm going to the Pontos one for the Enterprise. It is very detailed for the decking, particularly, and the KA one is very difficult for the decking because you got the tie down. What's the word I'm looking for? The tie down straps that go down, and because the KA ones are too thin, because they've got the adhesive backing on them. and you've got quarter sections at a time. And if you go to peel that off, because you've got to peel some of it off once it's on the deck to put the tie downs on, the photo edge tie downs. And I can see that being a great big problem. That's the reason why I'm kind of leaning over to the Pontos one. But of course, you can sort of like peel a bit off each time to put the photo edge on and stuff like that. It just makes it very difficult build with the KA ones.
Yeah. Do they have like the plastic backing on their etch sheets?
Yeah. Adhesive.
Yeah.
And it just, I can see it because one person particularly pointed out that the KA one is very, very thin when you peel it off, the adhesive. And you could almost see straight through the actual line. I can just see that being an actual awful mess. As well as the Pontos one is a little bit thicker. And it's got more of a detail on the decking with the Pontos ones.
Yeah, they both have their pros and cons. One set will have something and the other set won't, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, as well. But going back to the Pontos one, like I don't want to do a lot of photo edge with it. So I'm more with the Enterprise of wanting the crew, the upgrade set for the SBDs, the what are the other two planes that are on there? Wildcats, I think.
Devastator, the Wildcat and Devastator.
That's right. Yes. Yep. Devastator. Yeah. So I'm more of wanting to lean to sort of like that way than, because some of the stuff you're not going to even use, whether it be from the kit, whether it be from the Pontos. And I think the Pontos one's about $750 Australian, and the KA one's about $650. So yeah, it's but you have to make that decision where, and like the Enterprise, the 1/200 scale, I actually picked that up nice and cheap, which is $410 for the 1/200 scale. So that was a good price.
Decisions.
That's a good price.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to have to finish it up here. Getting close to 2 hours I've been nearly going. So thank everybody for coming on. It was great. A last minute thing. I might do it again next week, and we'll have a bit more of a show and tell. So prepare yourself if you want to show something off.
Are you on tonight, Paul?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll catch up with you on Paul's one later on.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean ISM?
Paul ISM or which one? Aussie Modelers Live. They'll be on later. Yeah.
That's at 11 today.
11.
I think.
Is that on 11 today?
Yes, that's the Americans can join in.
You got to watch.
Okay, with Jim. Yeah.
All right. Excellent, guys. Thank you all. Thanks for everybody coming in, watching. And
thanks for. I quite enjoyed it.
Thanks for having you. Pete. See you again.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Have a good weekend. See you later.
Will do. Stay dry. Stay warm. All right. There we go.